Alrighty, the next story quest is called In Crimson They Walked. I just noticed that my previous video uploaded faster and earlier than my last video, but there were a lot, yeah. Anyway, kind of interesting to see that. But alright, let's continue. Let's see what's going on here. Given to us by Hian. We're still in Mol Elo. In Crimson They Walked. Cutscene. Everyone's kind of talking together. At the risk of sounding impatient, we have certain pressing obligations. It is time that we saw to them. You are right. To whom much is given, much is expected. Nay, do not think yourselves so indebted to us. Was it not you who gave us your blessing to participate in the Nadam, and you who saved my lord Hian from certain death? Doma is in your debt, and will ever be a friend to the mole. And we to you, Gosetsu. A thought occurs to me. If you wish to return to Zangxia with all haste, the passage to the south of the Dusk Throne would offer the most direct route. The Dotharl sealed it with their magics during the Doman Rebellion, when more men in iron came from afar. If ever there was a time to open the pass, it is now. We should journey to Dotharl Ka. But before that, might we visit the Dawn Throne? I wish to speak with our most radiant brother. Are you sure that's a good idea? I know he agreed to fight for Doma, but I doubt he'll be very happy to see us so soon after we beat him. The two mole women look to each other, the granddaughter and grandmother. Nama made us for war, Lise. Ever since we came into this world, we have fought. In the Nadam, blood was shed and lives were lost. Brown earth was stained crimson, and Zayla wept. But crimson is the dusk and the dawn, death and rebirth, an ending to mark a new beginning. We who are born are destined to die. As the seasons turn, we are born again. Thus spoke the first. So you see, we harbor no hatreds. The Nadam is the Nadam, and what comes after is what comes after. Weird. If you say so, the Dawn Throne first, then. Yes, and I shall accompany you. Alright. Sure. We all turn to walk away. Quest accepted. Cutscene over. And we're off. I can fly now, bitches. Hell yeah. God, it's so much nicer than being stuck. Terrestrial bound. I just saw this little clip on Instagram of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know, with like just amazing graphics and kind of like the more first-person shooter kind of vibe to it. And there's this thing where like you're activating towers to get a sense of what is kind of like in the lands around the towers. And there's this cloud, but then there's another like young, I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl, or it's some kind of like not what's it called? Sorry, non-binary or something like that. There's some person who I do not recognize at all from Final Fantasy VII that is there and helping Cloud to take advantage. Like, I do not recognize this person at all. But yeah, I have not played the remake at all because I don't own the appropriate systems for it. I think it might be on PC, but I actually don't know for sure, and I haven't really looked. But anyway, I've seen somebody play it on Twitch, and yeah, it looks kind of like there's some fun parts to it, but at the same time, just I don't know. It's coming out like piece by piece. Anyway, I'm talking to Magnai. Cutscene. He's on his throne. The sun is disinclined to entertain you at length. Speak your purpose in coming. Humble as ever, says Lise. Should I be humble in the presence of inferiors? I am a child of Azim, and you are not. Your triumph in the Nadam does not raise you to such heights. I thought that was supposed to. I'm looking and seeing empty, like, side thrones, and Magnai notices. Batu will not be joining us. He was wounded in the Nadam. His hurts are grave, and he requires rest, but he will walk again in time. Though it is of no business of yours, such pity does not become a Kagan. We are not allies, traveler, far from it. The Nadam will come again, and with it our rule. I say again, why have you come? To bid us surrender the Dawn Throne to the Mole? Serena looks like shocked and... Nay, the Mole are beholden to the will of the gods, and they would not have us reside here. The Oranir and the Buduga may remain. We are for Yangxia, and wish to speak of your part in the coming war, says Hien. Ah, the Domans and the Iron Men. I remember our pact, sought the call, sound the call, and the Oranir will answer. Full glad am I to hear it. We have preparations to attend to, but will send for you soon. The gods are kind. I am sure the Oranir will prove a great boon in the days to come. He looks at her. She notices Lisa speaking to her as well. Seeming to give a lecture. Serena giggles at this. Of the dusk, a maiden gentle and ethereal, a dancer in the morning mist, a warrior besides. He seems taken with Serena. Look into my eyes, child. See you Azim? Are you my Nama? We all look to Serena. She's unsure, maybe a little shocked, cocks her head. I know not of what you speak, Brother Magnai, but I am certain you are mistaken. Quite. The tension in the room kind of dwindles. We should get going, right now, says Lise. Serena gives one last, like, weird bow. Kind of like running in, like, Naruto, although I've never seen it, but I've seen people, pretend to do the Naruto. I think it's called Naruto. Right? Like, arms, like, straight back at a slight downward angle. But that's her bow. Arms straight back at a slight downward angle, and she just bows from the waist. That's it. There's no curtsy, no normal, like, arm over the midsection bow. It's just the weirdest fucking bow I've ever seen. Anyhoozle, we are going to fly next to Sadu and her Undying Ones, the tribe to the southwest. Doro Elo is an unexplored. Probably go there next. Will be my guess. I couldn't get there. I tried to get to this etherite shard, whatever. Could not. So I think we have to go by air or some other way. I don't know, but we'll see soon. All right, Sadu, in your open tent. Cutscene. The Kagan and her warriors. Greetings, my lady. We come to you on our journey south, bound for Yangxia, where our comrades await us. How fare you and yours in the wake of the Nadam? Many were wounded, some few to the death. She looks down for a second. Resplendent were their souls in the chaos. It was a good battle, a good day to die. Soon we will greet them again. She looks to an attendant who smiles. And mayhap one who went before them also. Gasser's seed has quickened in his lover. When the child is born, we shall see who waits behind its eyes. I'm assuming she's speaking of the maiden who is her attendant, who is pregnant, I guess. Already we must look to the next Nadam. We must grow strong of body and mind, and your war will help us do so. Say the word, and we will fly to the field. Hien nods. Of that I have no doubt, for you are Dotharl. She grins, crosses her arms. There is one more thing I would ask of you. The magics you used to seal the passage to the south, will you unmake them? If that be your wish. When next we come together, you will be on a great battlefield against a common foe. I trust you will fight with the same fervor you demonstrated during the Nadam. Gosetsu. Ha! And you, Ancient One, will be the demon I know you to be. Aught less would be a disappointment. That was Sadu. I can't remember what her accent is, if any. So she came off a tiny bit more British than I intended. Everyone walks off. Fucking Serena gives her weird fucking bow again. And cutscene is over. Giant bird flying on a giant bird. Do 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 do. Across the sands to the south. We're basically like the middle south. So I guess we are not going to Doro Ilo. Whatever that place may be. We're meeting Serena in front of this tunnel through the mountains. Cutscene. Us all looking at the tunnel from outside. There are torches. Tall, like standing torches lighting the way. Sadu Khatun has done her part. This passage will deliver you to Doma. It is here we must part ways until the day you call us to battle. It won't be long, I know, but take care of yourself, Serena, and tell your grandmother and the others again how much we appreciate everything they did for us. Serena nods. I will! Oh, I nearly forgot. I have another gift for you. She takes something out, hands it to Lise. Lise looks at it. Oh, it's a red... wait, is this the banner of the Mole Tribe? Serena kind of like gives a little coy smile. It is not the most practical of gifts, but we nevertheless wish to present it to you. I do not fully understand what has befallen Doma or your homeland, Lise, but I do understand that you and yours have suffered terribly. The mole placed their faith in the gods, and in turn they shepherd us. They watch over and keep us. We pray they show you the same favor. As it was in the Nadam, blood will be shed, your lands engulfed in a storm of fire and steel. Yet as it did here, it shall mark a new beginning there. May you ever walk in crimson, for in crimson there is life, there is liberation. She got like fucking intense for a second there, but thank you for your prayers, Serena. We shall remember them. Until we meet again. She gives that weird bow again. And walks off. Jogs off. Jog on. Jog on. No, she's fine. She's a cool cat. She waves to us one more time and then jogs on again. The camera, as it were, pans upward. We get the mole banner, which is something we can mount on our wall if I ever own or rent a Mog home or whatever they're fucking called. I don't know. End of video, end of quest. See you later.